right. Hey, Thomas, congratulations on an awesome career, my friend.
Thanks, Kelly.
I want to say two quick things. First, I want to start with the suit because it's much different than the one you wore after you were drafted. And then I want to know what you're going to miss the most.
So the suit, my inspiration was I wanted to put this uniform on one last time. So I figured out a way to come up with that. I sent a jersey in and sent a picture in of what I was looking for. And Alba Legacy, they made it happen for me. They are the suit company that has done my suits for years, and they just brought my vision to life.
It's awesome. What are you going to miss the most?
The camaraderie, really. Just being around these guys. Going into the off-season program when you get to meet all of the new guys that have been added to the team, and just getting ready to start a new season, the new beginnings. I think that's going to be the one thing that I'm going to miss the most, not being able to come together with a group of guys with one common goal.
Thanks.
Let's go to Phil Orban for the next question.
Hey, Thomas. David touched on it briefly. Greg touched on it briefly. Football's a business, and everybody can go their separate ways. David talked about how important it was for you to understand that you were family, and he wanted to bring you back. You said how important it was for you to come back. Just what did this day mean to you in terms of kind of coming full circle with this franchise?
This was a special day for sure. This is something that I've always wanted to do. It looked much different than I expected it, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I envisioned that this day would come after I was done playing my last game as a Panther. But, this is a business, and it don't always work out the way that we plan for it to work out. But I'm just happy that this day was able to happen and happen the way that it did.
Let's go to Joe Person.
Hey, Thomas, good to see you. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it, Joe.
Gross said in his video, you probably heard him, that he tried to talk you into retiring after your third ACL. Remember about that story? And was there anyone else that did the same?
And there were so many people told me that I should retire from the game if I wanted to continue to have a healthy life from playing with my kids standpoint. They like to be able to run around and move around and play with my kids. I should have, really shut it down and stopped risking my knees. But, for me, I was 27 years old at the time, and I knew that I still had a passion to play this game. And I wasn't going to let, the people who had my best interest in mind or thought they had my best interest in mind, or the naysayers who said that the team should cut me, I wasn't going to allow them to define who I was going to become as a player and what was going to happen. All I knew at that time was that I had an opportunity, and there were a ton of people calling me a bust and saying all of these different things. But that was all motivation for me to continue to go and do the things that I've been able to accomplish.
Hey, and quick follow-up, your famous photo after the Super Bowl, people still talk about it. Do you still have the plate in your arm from that year?
Yeah, that plate is going to be with me for the rest of my life. That's not something that you can go in and take out. They attached it to the bone, so it's with me forever. I'll have that memory forever.
Let's go to Nick Carboni for the next question.
Thomas, congratulations. Deciding to retire is different for every player. It's a decision you weigh, physical, mental health with, and what you have left. How did you personally arrive at that decision?
Physical and mental. Physical first, though. You get to a point in your career where your body starts to talk to you. And I never really understood when I heard older players say that. But when you wake up and this leg hurt, and then you wake up and both legs are hurting, and then your shoulder is hurting, and you just realize that you just can't go out and compete at the level that you were accustomed to competing. And you realize that it's time to walk away from the game, and to be able to do it on your own terms is the best way to go.
Let's go to David Newton.
Hey, Thomas, congratulations. Missed having you around the locker room and interviewing, things like that. But what struck me about today was it was more about who you and even Greg were as men, more as players. But what I want to ask you is what are the two or three favorite plays you're going to take from your career that really stand out when you're sitting back and thinking about it?
The first play that really comes to mind to me, and I've talked about this a few times, is the first play that I actually made when I came back from my third ACL tear, and it was ironically I was a gunner on punt, and I went down and me and Captain had a little friendly bet on it on who was going to be the first guy to make that tackle on special teams for that season, and I was able to go down and do that after returning from 3 ACL. So that's one of the plays that stand out. Probably the interception against Green Bay here is something that I'll always remember. And the NFC Championship game, the blitz that I had when I hit David Johnston, I feel like that kind of set the tone for the rest of that game.
Well, and when you think about all the things that was said today, again, very little was about football. What does that say about your legacy?
I think that just speaks to the men. I think that speaks to our hearts and what we've um, really kept important. And that's giving back and taking care of the people that are around us and taking care of this community, trying to make it a better place because we're in it. And that's something that I feel like me and Greg, we both accomplished at a very high level. And that's why you hear people speak so highly of it.
Thanks very much. Good luck in the future.
Appreciate it.
Let's go to Mike Solarte for the next question.
Thanks, Preston. Hey, Thomas, congratulations. Very heartfelt afternoon. David talked about the specific plays that you remember, but is there an enduring memory of standing on that field that just kind of sends chills down your spine when you think about it, and just something maybe the crowd said, something that happened on the field that you said, "Wow, this is amazing."
I think I would probably point back to we had a playoff game here against Tampa, and the atmosphere and the electricity in that building, man, it was unmatched that night. D'Angelo and Stu were going crazy. That's went back in the smash and dash days, and man, all was right in the world that night.
Let's go to Scott Fowler.
Thomas, congratulations. It's great to see you. And that was a beautiful ceremony. Jonathan Stewart said in the videos, it's time to run for mayor. And I know that's what they called you sometimes in the locker room. So I wonder, sort of halfway seriously, do you have any political aspirations ever?
No, sir. No, sir, not at all. I can answer that quickly.
All right.
I'll let you finish though. Go ahead.
Well, no, okay, that was part of it. And so I wonder, what you see the second half of your life looking like, though. What do you plan to do?
Honestly, right now I'm just being patient. I'm gonna do some stuff with the Legends community. My board and my foundation, we're just gonna continue to do the work on a larger scale now that I have more time with the kids and the families that we work with in this community in Georgia and in South Carolina. That's the goal. And like I said, just being an owner of the Charlotte Thunder arena football team, I'm excited about that. The possibilities and the opportunities that are going to come from that. Just bringing arena football to this city is something that I'm extremely excited about.
And you're staying in Charlotte, right?
Forever.
Okay. Thanks.
Let's go to Bridget Condon for the next question.
Hey, Thomas, congratulations on retiring. When you walked across that stage in 2005 and you got drafted, that's when the dream began. Did you expect it to go this way the next 16 years? And is there anything you feel like you wish you could have done before retiring?
I never imagined my career going this long. As a player, my goal coming into this league was to play for 10 years. If I could get to 10 years, I felt like, that was a solid career, and, I could walk away happy. But to be sitting in this seat right now, 16 years later, it's truly been a blessing. It's truly been an honor. The one thing, like most players who don't have it, I just regret not being able to win a Super Bowl ring. You know, that's the biggest regret that I have in my entire career. I feel like, you know, I've accomplished a lot of things individually. We accomplished a lot of things as a team, but that's the one thing that, you know, I feel extremely disappointed that we weren't able to bring to this city.
Let's go to Josh Klein.
Hey Thomas, congratulations. You answered Scott when he asked if you were staying in Charlotte. You said forever. What is it about your connection to the city of Charlotte? And if you could just expound a little bit on your connection to the Panthers fan base as you move forward.
You know, that's simple. You know, this city welcomed us with open arms in 2005 when we came in, and through all the good, through all the bad, through all the adversity that I've faced as a player, the fans have always been behind me. They've always supported each and everything that we've done within the community. My football camp alone has grown to 750 kids, and we started out with like 50 to 60 kids, and for it to grow that big, I think that really speaks to the support of this community and the support of the fan base. And I'm just excited to be able to be entrenched in this community and just, you know, just live here forever, man.
Any chance you get out on the field for the Thunder?
On the field to do an announcement, that's it.
All right, guys, we can get one more before we get Greg in seats. Let's go to Joe Person for the final question for Thomas.
Oh, you can give. I was going to ask him something funny about whether his investment in the Thunder was close to Tepper's in the Panthers.
No, not at all.